Back with, I guess I'm going to call it a part 2 for this Dolmen. I don't know what's happened, but what I do know is not just the broadcast stopped, but I've been getting some error messages in the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 months. Some kind of CE message, and when it happens, it's like the game crashes or a game crashes, and it all of a sudden I'm just logged out of the PS4. So I'm very sorry. I'd like to apologize that my video got interrupted there. And now we're back to playing this Dolmen, and this is the tanker class that I decided to play. And again, because of the armor and then the back part there where that's glowing, as you can see there, like a health kind of thing or whatever, it just reminds me so much of Dead Space. The game is energy conscious. You do have a gun I can fire. The reactor I'm starting out with this class has the element of acid. Certain enemies are weak against fire, ice, acid, different elements in the reactor. One of the neat things that I'll go ahead and show you is I can actually charge my armor that uses energy, stamina, whatever, and with an acid thing, I'll show you. It's really neat. Acid cloud will do damage over time. I can turn it off, and I think that's really cool. You can do that with fire and ice. The effects are really neat, and we're going to go ahead and move forward. This talks about your healing, but I've already, for some reason, when you start the game, normally you have no health. It explains healing, but I don't need to heal. To get healing takes the blue bar of energy. It's kind of like your mana. Once you die, or if you get to different checkpoints, which are basically like your bonfires, of course, it does resupply you with 4 of those. You do have a light attack, as you can see, with this. You also have a heavy attack with the R, which is nice. You also have a run attack, of course. You can target lock, and we'll run towards them, and we'll hit the R button. Boom! And not take him out, and then you have a chance to react. So that's just the kind of peons. They, like souls, can fuck you up. So you got to be real careful when you're doing that. I have a gun with a light attack and or power attack, which I can use, and that takes energy, but your energy will regenerate when you're using your gun. This talks about how you block. You can counter if you block right at the last second. I'm going to let it attack me to show you. It's a kind of a slower class, as you can see here, because it is a tanker. And we're going to go on through here. It's really wild. Like, a lot of the stuff you're seeing here is organic and kind of grown into that. You know, you can use your battery to recharge, obviously. And it's nice to just do that damage. This is going to be one of those classes, though, that you're going to have to time your attacks, obviously. This talks about your guns. It's the first time you're going to use it. I'm just going to hit it with the big one and let it explode that. Like I said in the video I was trying to make before the PlayStation crapped out on me, which, you know, I fucking hate that about PlayStation, by the way. Oh, this wavering is from this one of your things.
I'll send a signal, see if you can sync.
Let me see here. Let's put the system into play. Nope. And nope. See what I mean by that display? So let's turn it up. No, we'll keep it at 50. But this is where you can interact. I can't right at the moment, but I will be able to teleport back to my ship when I find these, which is where you level up, craft stuff. So it's nice to have all that. That's kind of all in one. And again, like souls, and a lot of the stuff does, like, they come back. Like, you can find shortcuts back to other places, just like the Souls games. So it's nice to have that in the game. That's one of the aspects that I really like about that, about the being able to have the shortcuts to and from and getting back, and here in exploring Revenant Prime. I did die a few times. Now, some of the people have said that this game is very jank and it has a lot of issues and problems. I haven't experienced much of that. Like I said, the combat does feel, you can dodge, and the dodging is like an after image effect. You're using like your shield dodge. You can quick dodge. What I like about it is I can dodge backwards and then instantly dodge backwards. So the dodge is really fast, very quick. I like that. I like games, especially in the Souls games, that let you dodge quickly like that. Bloodborne, Surge 2, I dig it. Now, there's going to be this main path. It's going to, again, another tutorial. It talks about the sprinting you can do. You know, there's going to be a creature right about in here. Right there. Now, he may not be, like, susceptible to acid. Now, of course, I'm going to heal real quick. And again, you see it takes some of my energy. It's best to try to block if you can. And that's a, you see there, that's a guy, that's an enemy that's shooting acid. So he's probably going to be immune to that. And I'll show you what you do in this case. You're going to use that energy thing. It usually gives you about 50% of it back. I'm going to use it again. And then I'm going to heal again. In the beginning, I made the mistake, by the way, that's of going down into there. There's a creature, as you see, hanging right there. He is much tougher than what you've been fighting, and he will mess you up. And you do not want to do that. Those eggs will hatch, but you can avoid them if you don't get near them. So that's a little pro tip at the beginning. Well, I wouldn't say a pro tip. It's just a tip. This shows you like how they kind of do heavy attacks. And kill him. I can see where the tanker, in and of itself, is definitely a slower creature and whatnot.
Your thing's been going off.
I haven't put it in there yet.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I'll get it here in a sec. All right. Sorry guys. Just my lovely bride-to-be telling me about the oven and the pizza I'm about ready to cook. But anyway, let's continue on here with this dolmen. Again, that was that's the same one with the heavy attack. Again, I'm going to try to avoid those eggs. There's another one to deal with. You know. And there's combos, like you said. You can do light combos and different things. Weirdly enough, I have a tendency to, for whatever reason, I bizarrely don't dodge as much as I should, and which again, some games, you know, do the aggressive style, some games do the defensive style. This is a little bit of both. I feel it does favor aggression a little bit more than normal. And the game in and of itself, like I said, I just find myself really just liking it. Oh, this is where you find your first dolmen, your first crystal. If you haven't played this game, this is a spoiler. So that's the first, like, kind of the cutscene you're going to see, and you're not sure who he is, but he definitely is a villain if you see him in the trailer. Talks about your reactor, and I showed you that earlier with the acid. And again, some creatures are more immune than others. What happens here, that's locked, and that's the elevator. There will be creatures right there that come out, and I can use that if I want to try to attack these things. And some, like I said, some are susceptible to to that, I'm going to heal real quick, use another one of my energy things. And then... Oh, I missed. Acid thing again. The only thing that sucks is, with this tank class for sure, until you build up your stamina more, you're going to have this problem with... Oh, I'm dead. Well, now you get to see what happens when you die. It says timeline erased, and it's because the dolmen affects time. You're going to go back, and then you can reset it with that. So, it kind of, again, like I said, when you die, it's, this is a slower based class. I'm used to playing the others. So now I gotta get back here. And of course, like in Dark Souls, these creatures will be gone. And they've already been, they'll come back like they always do in the other games, and you're gonna have to be dealing with them. There it is again. I'll hit with that. And that sucks because I just got killed again, and I was getting shot at, and just like this before, just like Souls, you do recollect the whatever they call it in here so you can level up. And the beginning of this is difficult, I'm not going to lie. Playing this class, because it is a slower class, is definitely going to be challenging, because until you can build up your stamina where you can attack more, I am going to have a difficult time. This is definitely slower, more methodical. Like I said, I'm going to grab this here, and it says timeline restored, and I really lost all the stuff that I supposedly filled up the toxin on him real quick. See, now it's going to do damage. I'm going to block this time. He still does damage to me though, obviously. Kill him. And that stuff I earned at the top, I'm not sure what they call it. I don't know if they really called it anything. See, now as you can see, even though he has toxins, he's actually he's not resistant to it, which you would think it would be. It's really strange. But it seems like to me, in this game, it's like if the creature is using something, like if a creature's really fast, and you would use your ice reactor. If it's, this or that, you can kind of tell what you should be using and what you shouldn't be using. So again, we're going to try to avoid this stuff if I can. 2 hit on that, which is great. And I think with the faster creatures, you should be using like ice or whatever, because I've noticed that in the game. They're harder to dodge. 2 hit on that though, which is not bad. And I got some materials. And again, in my first playthrough, not through the whole game, but up into the first boss, I did die several times until I kind of got a feel of how this game is supposed to play and blah 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 blah. So this one's going to be back again. I'm just going to back off of it, let it come towards me. Again, it kind of has a weird human-like kind of face to it, sort of. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. That has items in it and whatnot. And there is a lot of nooks and crannies and hidden secrets. Let's go ahead and use one of those to get that back. Now, I should kill those creatures. I'm not going to. I'm going to go up this way, which is where I'm supposed to go. Let's see, this thing's kind of resistant to it, but it's going to do damage now. It's been toxinated or whatever. And some of the creatures you run into, like, pretty early on are tough as nails. And usually the ice reactor, but you won't have access to other reactors for a little while. And so you kind of gotta like wait. That's the way you're supposed to go. And again, I've done some trial and error on this. Well, actually, if I go up that way, it really doesn't do anything for me. It's this way I need to go. Like I said, definitely use your guns. Your guns are your friend. Let the energy build back up, especially on the first boss. And it really seems to help. Here's another interact. It just talks about elemental weaknesses and what to do in that case. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this egg. And it will, like, split open, as you can see. And I did damage while I was in the egg, which is nice. And again, The ranged weapons, though, while very effective, you can't always just rely on them. It's a little bit different than see, now that's not too resistant to energy or acid. It would have been good if I had the ice reactor. I'm gonna heal. I kind of got hurt on that one. Holy shit. So again, these things do damage. So I gotta just kind of keep that in mind. Now this right here, I got, again, it poisoned me. But it's not too bad because you do have resistances and stuff. So I'm gonna shoot this thing. Let it open up. I'm gonna shoot it. And again, what I'm doing right now is what I would suggest to do. Let your energy build back up. There are a lot of weapons in the game, by the way. And there are different armor types. You won't be just stuck on this one. Because the Dolmen has opened up, I guess, dimensions or whatever the hell. And you will run into other alien species, have access to like chitin armor and these Revian armor, whatever the heck these aliens are called. It's pretty cool. And again, it just has this Dead Space-like kind of vibe. And I'm walking kind of slow because it's webbing. And I like that, and it has the claustrophobicness about it that I like. You know, so I'm down with that. They'll sometimes have items. And then you're going to go up this way. And I like the fact with the bones and things are growing organically. It's kind of alien-esque. From Aliens with the ribs and the look about it, and I think that's neat. See that? There's an enemy right there. And again, and every other shot seems like I do a triple shot, so I don't know why I do a triple shot. I haven't figured out if there's a timing thing on that yet, but you definitely want to be on the lookout for that kind of thing. These things in particular, I can't stand these things. Because sometimes it's hard to see them spitting acid, and they're very weak against it. Now, I usually avoid going across here because I wasn't sure when I first got here. I wasn't sure if you could really get across that, but there's items, so might as well grab it. And again, there are the shortcut thing that I really like, and again, it takes all the elements of Souls, and kind of combines it. So we're going to go up here. Now, this is, you can go down, there's another enemy there and another item. Up here is going to be a save point, which is good. And this is where you're going to rescue your first alien, your digger.
This driller is a VIP. He helped us bypass the interference. I will teleport him to the ship. Now you can use beacons to teleport to the ship.
Great.
Alright. So, teleport to the ship for the first time. I didn't have to touch the beacon, but every beacon you go to, you can teleport back to, or you can even teleport back to the beginning, so you can retread old ground. And the reason that you do that is after that first boss, that's brief where you saw that webbing there, until you beat the first boss, you can't access that. And so there is some Metroid-like kind of exploration going on. When the first time you come to your ship here, well, she's talking to me, so this is where you can actually craft stuff. You can see here, this is different armors. I can craft the helmet, and it shows you different bonuses, Revian technology. So if I want to craft certain things or a better zone armor vest, different weapons. Right now, it looks like I can craft like the Cantable gauntlets, but we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go over here. That's your elevator down. That's your teleport back. That's where weapons will be. These armors that's sitting here, I don't know what that's for. You don't have access to that door. You can interact and customize from here, so if you want to change the colors of your character, you can do that. We're gonna go down the elevator. Oh, this is where you level up in this little tank here. So it shows like your upgrade and what it's gonna cost. As you can see here, my energy is only 1, so and my endurance is 3. I definitely want to get more energy, but we're gonna bring my endurance up and we're going to hit confirm on that, and which is good. And I might be able to do it. No, I can't, so I don't have enough. Crazily enough, when I fought the first boss and beat it, it literally gave me 8,000 of souls or whatever they call it. And we're going to go on this elevator to go down. So, or I mean go up. And you're going to talk to this alien guy. And I mean, he's quite a bit taller than you. He gives you 2 new reactors. And again, I can't do... You can respawn bosses too if you want. They're gone, but you can respawn them. You get a little interact. The feeling for the agent using nanites technology can be fusing as if it were an erased timeline. You get little snippets. This is your cryo chambers. Again, not much you can do here, but it's there. So it's just a little thing you can interact with. These are like whatever that is. And I'll show you these reactors. Let me go down again. But this is one of the things I didn't realize in the game. So I showed you the acid one. But when I go into my equipment, into reactor, let's say if I do the ice one. Now I'll have the ice. So it freezes over like that. And I can do ice damage. And if I go, see, like I said, that highlighting thing's a bit tricky. If I go to heat and I turn it on, see, now I can do heat damage through your own fire. It's really neat. I love that. But my gun will still do acid, so you do have 2 different elemental attacks, and you can have different guns, obviously. But we're going to put it on ice for now, because ice is very effective in this game at slowing enemies down. And it talks about the different things. Stress reaction gives you, like, as you can see here, it tells you, like, you know, your hot blood, fire nova, heart is like, you know, different abilities you get with this. It's just really neat. You show your status. Each type of armor you can add abilities to. You can add, like, you'll get equipment to add boosters and like when you create an armor, it's really neat because then you can, there's your materials, equipment. Like when you, let's say, create a helmet, you actually will have the ability to put, like, they're not gems, but like trinkets, things like that, to actually improve them even further and add a variety of statistics and things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here and go back to where I was, so I can continue playing this and show you a little bit more of this Dolmen. I really, like I said, this is the main path. That's where you started out. So you want to go back to the main path. I really like this game, guys. I really do. This is a really cool Dark Souls type game with some Dead Space like vibes going on. And once you get a feel for it, it becomes very easy to play, very natural to play. It doesn't feel as loose as Immortal Unchained, because Immortal Unchained, I've always said, you got to turn the sensitivity down on that game. The dodging and different things, and I really like Immortal Unchained. I really do. And but this just is unique, and it's unique because of that. Now, until I beat the first boss, I can't get that. That's a whole nother thing I can explore or get into. But we're going to continue on now. I have a little bit more stamina now, which is good. And this is where I got to go down. Actually, I need to go up. Because I've got to deal with these creatures. As soon as you can target them, it's good to try to target. These guys are tougher than normal. That you can do damage to them, as you can see here, but using the ice is really helpful because it slows them down. They're very tough, tougher than the normal ones, and you want to use the ice attack absolutely on these guys because it will put ice and slow them down, and that's what you want, because not only do they do a lot of damage, it slows them down. That's what you want. Now something just attacked me with fire. That thing over there. Those guys are interesting because they actually have multiple appendages and stuff. When you kill them, they kind of weirdly melt away, and then like what you see is a skeleton. See, I don't think they're weak against that, but they, you know, because they, well, it instantly irradiated them. So I mean, acid them. Look, watch. They melt, and then there's just a skeleton left. It's just a really neat effect. Again, I've never seen that before. And they do the unblockable attacks and stuff, so you want to kind of get into that. And I'm going to heal real quick. Now these guys, again, I'm going to have to shoot because they will mess you up if you don't. I absolutely just cannot stand these things. You know, this is where it's at though. Finding the weak points of an enemy. I'm going to go ahead and consume that to bring my energy levels back up. I like the fact that it refills it instantly. It's nice. Go ahead and grab these items. Dolmen's great. I don't care what any of the reviews are saying, and don't pay attention to that. Especially since they're trying to basically say, you know, oh, it's, you know, it's just Dark Souls, and, you know, it's not Elden Ring, and they're just comparing it to Elden Ring. It's ridiculous. You want to cut through these, which is going to let you, like, it's going to let you, like, use the elevator now. This is a shortcut all the way to the bottom. This is really useful to have. And when you get that, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can cut any more away. No, okay, I'm good. And this is going to allow you to get where you need to get. And that's, but you don't need to go there just yet. There is going to be an enemy right there. It's best to try to deal with him. You don't have to. I'm just going to shoot him, do some damage, and then run in and heavy attack. Look at that. That's just so cool. I've never seen anything like that. That's so neat. The fact the skeleton's still there, it's disappearing. I just think that's great. No items there. It's a great game. I don't care. I think it's amazing. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's just cool. It just, with its Dead Space-like aesthetics and exploration. Here we go. Here's some more of these things we want to deal with. Best thing to do is to shoot them again and use your weapon, because again, the guns are done well in the game. You just gotta, you know, use them. And there are machine guns. There are a lot of different things you can get. I've watched several videos on the matter. And I like the fact that shooting takes energy and not your stamina. So that's nice. You're going to go over here. It says the Vahani had an open channel with higher beings, and for millennia were believed that they had received technological assistance from those beings. Today we wonder if the Vahani have managed to establish interdimensional contact. So here's another one of these guys. I think it's interesting they instantly max out their acid damage or whatever, so I'm just waiting for... Definitely use your guns, folks. It's very useful. And especially when if I get back to this boss again, I can show you. Because that should be. This won't open up again until you beat the first boss. There's an item you need in there. So you're going to go down here. And I like this part too, because now you're more into the station. It looks more sci-fi. It's very cool. We're going to go this way. Now, I'm going to go here. There's another little thing you can interact with. This guy's hiding down here. But you could hear him. He's a little tougher than the other ones. I'm going to do this and then back away from him. Get my stamina back up. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, this is what he was going to do it unblockable. Oh, this is supposed to be a Souls-like. You're kind of making it look easy. No, I have a lot of experience with those type of games. You get a feel for it. You can interact. So scientists managed to decipher the signal and realize that these are instructions are instructions with specific frequencies to open a dimensional rift. Everyone's very excited about the development. They used Dolmen to do that. That stuff. Here's another thing I can hear. The amount of Dolmen extracts so far is insufficient to reach the necessary energy output. Okay. Alright, we're going to go on. Moving forward. Now, see the wavering is because there is another place I can go back to the ship and teleport. I got 1,000. So we're going to go ahead, because I'm actually right at the first boss again. I see it didn't take me very long, but we're going to interact, because it's best to try to get you go ahead and get some levels in or get some of your stats up before you fight this first boss. And again, I love this game for the short time I played it, because it is Souls-like. I love that genre, but to have this be to have that nice kind of, like I said, almost Dead Space like aesthetics. I love the fact it's sci-fi. We do want to put my energy up, because that is something you need to do. I want to do, because I will need to be able to shoot more eventually, obviously. Let's see here. I can't level up anymore, so we're going to exit. And again, I haven't tried to craft other stuff, but there is different pistols here, different things. Like there's a Nicodermus shotgun. It's revving a Driller MG. This is shield, you know, Zoan's shield. And again, I can apparently craft, like right now I can craft the tier 1 Zoan helmet, which is going to give me +2 energy, a little bit more, and it shows you your physical and fire, ice, and acid. It shows you the different things you're going to get from it. And you know, your Driller helmet, which was the worker helmet, and the Canatai helmet, which is Revian technology. You know, again, I still can't build anything else. But you know, I haven't really tried to build anything else. It's just, I just haven't done it. Let's just go ahead and build this helmet. Or do I want to build this helmet? Let's see, you can look at your physicals 23, your fire is 25, which is nice, ice, your acid is 35, so that's pretty good. Then it just kind of shows you your resistances, 43, 35, 67. So you got better fire, better ice with the other one, better acid with this one. Right now you're fighting a lot of creatures with acid, so you're probably better off crafting this helmet. So we're going to go ahead and then, oh yeah, I forgot, this is the bonus stuff I was telling you about. It'll show you what it does for you. 18, 13, 18 on the fire gives you better pluses, stuff like that. So, you know, you can add that bonus and then hit triangle. Yes. And now it's crafted. So this is pretty neat. So it should be in my equipment now. Yeah. Sorry, again, that weird highlighting thing. And if I want to equip it, and now it's changed. See, now I'm wearing that helmet, and that's pretty cool. But we're going to go to the crafting thing, and again, so I can color it. Let's see here. Let's see, we made it green. Actually, it's only making a little bit of it green, so that's fine. So whatever, no big deal. It's not actually crafting, making the whole thing colored. I wish it did, but, you know, whatever. Yes, and, you know, it just gives me a little bit of green. So now I've got a little bit of that going on. And we're going to go back down, or go back to where we were. And again, we're going to teleport, and we're going to be in the crater rooms. This is always the last one you've been to. And I really dig this Dolmen, guys. I really do. I recommend it totally. For $39.99, you're going to get this Dark Souls type game in a sci-fi setting. There isn't too much of that. The closest is the two games that are going to give you a sci-fi like setting is Hellpoint and or Immortal Unchained. But I love the fact this does the kind of, like I said, it has a Dead Space like vibe going on. I really like that. With just kind of its aesthetics and look, more interaction. You can find out more about the story there. Obviously, we're going to go forward. There's some things I can destroy.
What is the threat level?
Huge.
And there we go.
Bigger than everything you've faced so far. Make sure you're ready and equipped for the challenge.
Yeah, she's just talking about there's this threat level. That way is where you're going to fight the boss. This is the first time you interact, and you can find multiplayer. You actually can see if other people are playing and join their games and whatnot. which is pretty neat too. And got the Dolmen pistol parts, which is cool. You can interact here. This is another, again, this is another shortcut, and that was above me, as you can see here, and it just shortcut back to the elevator area, and so it's nice, so you can go back and forth. And again, I love that shortcut stuff. When you fight the boss, it's actually not too difficult of a battle. I didn't find it difficult. I did die the first time until I recognized like the pattern it has. So here's a little cutscene. It's a big version of what you've been fighting, essentially. But you want to target it. It's going to throw out these things on you. I'm going to shoot it with the thing. And it is fairly resistant to... And it will call ads out, by the way. But using your ice will help against it. So we're just going to kind of dodge. It will do some unblockable attacks like a jump or that attack. You're just going to walk back and forth. You don't have to really expend too much stamina until it jumps. Your really best bet is to wait till it does do its jump attack at you before you know, and then put on that and then use your ice attack, because it's stunned when it first does that. And it does a lot of damage, the ice does. Now you want to try to kill these things as quick as you can, because it's going to attack you with its acid attack. You want to try to dodge if you can. Like I just hit it again. And it seems to be doing a lot of damage. The ice, it's weak against ice obviously, which is nice. And it's going to go back to this attack. So it's not too bad. What I have found is these patterns and what it does. It will roar and call ads in, like I said. I love the fact that it's a fast dodge. I think that's great. It's done. You could probably get 3 or 4 attacks off. And I died the first, like I said, the first time I fought it, I died until because I was doing a lot of head-on attacks until I realized, oh, it does this dodge thing, and then I can just kind of get out behind it like this, run in with your ice activated. Like I said, it's really not a bad boss battle. It's going to call in enemies again. You're going to want to switch over to that. Yeah, I've already done some of that, and see, it messed you up. I almost died there because of that. And I had to kill them and go back to that, heal again. It's hard though. I'm going to tell you what makes this difficult. It's going to shoot, and you're going to have to do this, because you can't move while you're consuming that, and you're going to want to... Okay, I got to back away, or it's going to do some mega damage to me. And it does. If that's a close attack, you are screwed if it hits you with that, essentially. Now, I'm a little bit poisoned, but I'll be okay. My suit is resistant. I have that helmet, high acid resistance. Those are the 3 elements in the game, apparently. I'm going to attack it again. I'm going to back off. It's going to call enemies again. We'll go ahead and attack them. Get them dead while it's recovering. Oh, that hurt a little bit. We'll shoot it instead, kill these things. Okay. Alright. Probably expended some energy there. Probably shouldn't have, but it's about dead. See, I'm going to do this while it's done so I can get some more energy back. It's pretty much going to be worth it to you to do that. I like the idea of the different creatures are weak against certain things. I like the fact that some are weak against acid, some are... Let's run in, hit it with this again. Oh, see what I mean? It does some damage. You've got to be careful on that. It's go ahead and try to consume some of this before it starts having attack again. It's gonna go though. It's a done deal, folks. It's gonna die. Again, it will do damage. These things are no joke. One of the things about some of the reviews were saying about it was the game was excruciatingly difficult and people were struggling with it, and I have found it to be challenging but fair. Again, I got like 8,000 souls for it.
The webs seem to be losing density. It's like the creature was exerting influence upon the material.
Interesting.
Okay. And definitely go back to your ship. This is where you can really level the shit up out of your character. It's really nice. And you got some items. Now you can leave. And you want to do that. Destroy these walls here. So you can get back the way you came. And again, this is funny. I beat the boss again. With a different build this time. And again, interact. I can respawn the boss and fight him again. And I don't know if you get any of souls or whatever it's called back. I got 2 Dolmen crystals now, so I can go back and try to and go to those one places again and get those pieces that were locked. And it does have that kind of weirdly almost Metroidvania-like stuff, but I'm teleporting back to the ship because I want to level up. And it's just a fun game. It's a good Souls-like. I don't care. Don't pay no attention to those stupid reviews, because to compare it to Elden Ring, come on. I hate that so much. That's like saying, it's like comparing like Call of Duty Vanguard to Chicago Enforcer on the original Xbox. That's just absolutely asinine. But let's get in here. And since I've got a lot, I mean, I can't believe they give you so much, but we're going to go ahead and level up. I want to get my skill up, a couple, energy up, which would be good. Let's go ahead and raise my strength. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, that's a lot of leveling, which is great. And as you can see here, when I go to my character, let's see here. Yeah, see, I'm like, it says level 17, and that's what it told me on my other character. For some reason it said 11, so I don't know. And as you can see here on the technologies, see, increase health points by 50, and you can increase this stuff and you get various skills and whatnot, because I'm wearing that helmet, so you get those bonuses. And now I've got a lot more health, a lot more this, a lot more that. Let's go to the let's see. No, it's in here. No, it's here. Let's go in here and see what all I see. Now I've got access to build like a fire great sword, an acid sword, which I already have, a scrap sword, different axes, different weapons. And I can actually make the shotgun now. So if I want the shotgun, I can use that instead of the pistol. Now I can like build other things. I got the driller legs I can build. Those legs is Owen. So again, after the first boss, you do get a lot. You can start like building stuff up and making things, which is pretty cool. And I like that. I think that's really neat that I have the aspect to that and be able to build those sets and do what I need to do. And that's the game, folks. I mean, I just wanted to show you a little bit about Dolmen. And again, don't listen to the reviews. If you like Dark Souls games, if you like some Dead Space-like vibes, this is the game to own for $39.99 on the PlayStation Store. And I'm telling you, I get so sick and tired of those stupid comparisons, because it can't compare to that. But if you want something that's unique and different, this is the game for you. If you like Dark Souls, sci-fi, horror, that kind of thing, I think you'll really enjoy this game. And again, coming up here on the Gaming Roundtable, me and Posthuman Guy will be doing another video. We got an announcement that has to do with wrestling, and I think you're going to like that, what we got coming up for you. Been working on something for a little while now, using WWE 2K22. All rights reserved on that, and we're going to have fun with that. We're going to be talking about that here real soon. This is the first video I have done since apparently March 17th. I've been way out of it, overtime and different things going on, vacations, and I haven't had that much time. I've had some time, but I'm back and I'm showing you showcasing this video. And again, we will see you on the next episode of the Gaming Roundtable here coming up real soon. But before I go, I want to tell you this. Definitely, this is a recommend. Definitely love Dolmen. It's a fun game so far. I'm digging it. And the different builds do play very differently. It's fun. And also, if you'd like to email me, you can email me at GamingRoundtableUPG. Of course, that's GamingRoundtableUPG@gmail.com. Gaming Roundtable is brought to you, as always, by Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com and Twitch.com. You can check us out. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out Posthuman Guy and his videos and what he's going on there. He is the administrator and the guy that runs Unpaid Gamers. I'm just part of the cog in that little wheel, a cog in that machine. And also check out Ban Loss if he's still doing some of that Apex Legends action for you as well. But again, you can write me at GamingRoundtableUPG@gmail.com, and I will leave you, and you all have a good evening, and thank you for tuning in. And sorry about the first part of the video where the PlayStation crapped out, so you're going to have to go in to see more of this video in the second part. And again, as always, gamers, good gaming.